Warm and sunny outside, crisp and cool inside Mullet Arena here on the campus of Arizona State University in Tempe, Arizona. He's Tyler Wargo. I'm Lachlan McTagg. Welcome to the broadcast of Game 2 of this three-game weekend series between the visiting Lake Superior State Lakers and the 8th-ranked Arizona State Sun Devils. And Tyler, yesterday, a shocking result, 3-2 in favor of Lake Superior State.
Yeah, no, very evenly matched game going from the first period all the way to the end of the period. We saw a lot from Kylie Labo, but also Asia Kachuk. She had 50 saves in that game. Of course, she let 2 go into the net, but we're going to see a lot from her today. It's going to be the same line that we saw from yesterday for Lake Superior State, but after ASU, they got a rebound from yesterday's loss.
And Tyler, first of all, they generated a ton of shots, over 50 on the night. How do they kind of get that rebound out?
Well, be aggressive. Use chemistry. I think the chemistry from Kylie Brown was there yesterday, especially Paige Bryant having that goal in the first period. But, use your pieces that you got on the ice. I think they were very effective in yesterday's game, but the question for today is, can they be consistent?
So you mentioned the same lineup rolling out there. Asia Kachuk back in net for Lake Superior State. Exact same lineup for the Lakers, but the Sun Devils shaking things up in the lineup chart. And with that, we'll send it down to the third member of our crew. Ice side is Cindy Craven.
Doro Venus taking the ice today. Today, the Sun Devils will take the ice with 8 defensemen, which is a slight change from yesterday. Also looking over to the goalies. Changing the order. Freshman Maya will take the ice as the lead goalie and take the lead today. So should be an interesting game. Switch to the lineup today. So very excited. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Cindy. And she'll be down ice side all afternoon long here at Mullet Arena. And we're moments away from puck drop, introductions, and anthems coming up next. Tyler and I have the call. We have you covered here on Inferno TV for Game 2 between Lake Superior State and Arizona State. We'll take a quick break, but puck drop on the other side. Welcome back to Mullet Arena. Intros are done. Anthems have been sang as well. And we are moments away from puck drop here at Mullet Arena. We'll take a look at this afternoon's starting goaltenders. It's Asia Kachuk. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kachuk, 50 saves yesterday. Terrific numbers all season and had to be bolstered by yesterday's performance. And freshman from Sarnia, Ontario, Maya Glaister gets the start between the pipes. Her last home start was a shutout against the University of Arizona Wildcats. The starters up front for Lake Superior State. It'll be Boyko, Brazo, and Vance. Olsen as on defense with Leanna Precious. And for Arizona State, it'll be Deveni, Burlmeyer, and Brianne Powell with Mara Draper and Kate Streak on defense. 4 of the 5 starters for the Sun Devils are Canadian, the lone American being Cam Deveni. Moments away from puck drop. Game 2 between these two teams. Second all-time meeting. Here we go. Puck one back. Deveni struggled with it initially. Burlmeyer is there in her own end. Chips it up. Here's Brooke Brazo with a Precious. Pass was too far for defense partner Vance. Puck gotten all the way in by Deveni. First on the forecheck is Burlmeyer. Up the wall. Vance can't make a play with it. Sun Devils trying to come away with it in the 2-on-2 scrum. Here's Kate Streak at the left point. Shovels it for Burlmeyer, and the slot shot missed just wide of the goal. Draper on the far side. Now for Deveni. Deveni battling with Olsen. Brazo in there to help out. Streak keeps the puck in on the near side. And gives chase Cam Deveni. Now Boyko gets that pass attempt, clears it out. There will be a wholesale change for Lake Superior State. Sun Devils looking to counter here. It's the grad student captain, Sam Murphy. Murphy with speed down the left wing. Good poke check by Precious. Label. Back up to the top of the point. Shot missed just wide there by Ruby DeLise. Brown gets it, tries to shovel it towards the goal. Bouncing puck. Unable to get that was Kachuk. Still alive for the Sun Devils. Claire Bolin couldn't handle it along the near side. She's on her offhand. Potential 3-on-1 breaking here. Away they go. Here's Lamb. Has space. Shot save made by Glaister with a shoulder. Puck cleared back out in front. No Laker was able to get it. Johnson poked away by Murphy. Here's Kylie Brown away 1-on-1 with speed. Brown going wide on her backhand. Has a lane. Kylie Brown to the forehand. Just wide of the goal. On the rebound. Oh my goodness. An acrobatic glove save by Kachuk.
Yeah, she really wanted that one right there. She got her own rebound trying to put that back up in, but Kachuk just read that right there, and she was able to get that save.
I think the idea from Kylie Brown there, Tyler, was to try and bank it in off Kachuk. She was having none of that, flashing the leather for a great save there. Face-off won by the Sun Devils. Back to Mia Jarvis. Jarvis walks in, but hounded right away by Tessa Deal. Flipped down low, and Caradice gets it around for her partner Gibbs. Now in the middle, McCoy couldn't handle that turnover. Sun Devils attack with Paige Bryant. Bryant tries to shovel this towards the middle, goes below the goal line. Now Evelyn Olsen to Coons left point. Back to Olsen, couldn't handle it on her backhand. Caradice first for Lake Superior State, up to Deal. Deal had trouble with that one on the far side. Now Bryan, deep slot. Gets hooked, arm in the air, first penalty of the game coming to Lake Superior State. Coons walks in, but can't get it on her backhand. Deal touches up, and 17:36 remaining here in period number one. Tyler, the Sun Devils are first to go on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, this is the chance for Lake Superior right now to take advantage of that. We saw these power plays in yesterday's game, and that was what really kind of makes the game. Pounce on these penalties, you can go a long way with it, but let's see what Lake Superior does on this power play.
Face-off won by Murphy, back to Draper. Shoveled in the middle, Berlmeyer backhanded that one towards the net, just wide of the goal. Sun Devils 1 for 8 yesterday on the power play. Very disappointing effort from what is otherwise pretty good power play on the season overall. Here's Berlmeyer, back to Draper. Now Berlmeyer has space in the slot, fires, great save by Kachuk with the right pad. Puck is loose, whistle goes prematurely. Berlmeyer looks skyward. A tough break for Arizona State.
It continues to look tense around the goalie Kachuk, but she's staying calm and collected, getting all those saves, and of course we're getting a line change, a little bit of a line change here from Lake Superior, 3 on, 3 off. Still a minute 35 with the power play.
First unit still out there for Arizona State. Scramble drop, poked back by Murphy. Draper over to Brown. Brown fires, glove save made by Kachuk. Boy, we've sounded like a broken record over the last, 3 and some odd periods here. She's been flashing that leather so frequently so far in this series.
She's got a lot of saves too early on in yesterday's game, doing the same thing here.
So now Kylie Brown will take this drop. Doesn't matter, they still win it. Berlmeyer back to Draper, top of the point, pressured, throws it towards the net, hit the skate of Berlmeyer, excuse me. Label had a miscommunication with Berlmeyer, and that puck is cleared the length of the ice by their captain, Sarah Lamb. Draper resets, looks near side for Label. Label makes one move and another nifty one. Over to Murphy, across the blue line. Lake Superior coaches one offside. Murphy decked to the ice. Now here's Boyko. 1-on-2, falls to the ice, arm stays down. Matt Parker is irate on that Lake Superior bench. Thought the refs kind of missed one there, but here's Label regardless over the blue line. Had trouble with it. Just tries to clear it in, but that gets as far as Precious. She'll clear this about 160 feet down the ice. 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Arizona State. Now here's Bree Powell, snaps one to DeZane. DeZane return feed for Bryan, she falls down. Powell turns back. Hounded all the way by Gibbs, now tries to step through as Johnson is there to make a good defensive play and hold Bree Powell to the half wall. Gibbs is there once again, Powell can't stick handle by her. Great collective effort there from Sarah Gibbs and Kennedy Johnson. That'll just about do it here. The Sun Devils now, as play expires, on the man advantage. They're 0 for 1 so far, just 1 for 9 in the series now. Boy, bodies hitting the ice by the Lake Superior State bench. Powell in on the forecheck, hungry to get the puck. Now Powell. Great cross-ice pass, streak, save made with the blocker from Aisha Kachuk. Caradice. Up the wall, intercepted. It was Ruby DeLees for a second who stepped through. Behind the net. 2-on-2 battle. Sears for Burrowmeyer. Burrowmeyer stops up, but Johnson is right there. It is knocked to the ice by Evelyn Olsen as well. Here's Burrowmeyer. Swings one out in front, nobody home. DeLee's the first Sun Devil there to get it. Couldn't make a nifty move around Chloe Bima. Now Murphy has this puck popped to her in the slot. Shot save, rebound, scores! The captain gets it started for the Sun Devils. Simple as that, it's just a shot and a rebound. 5.5 minutes in, Arizona State gets first blood.
They've been doing this all game too. I mean, they constantly read off their rebounds and putting it back in the net. We saw her come from the blue line all the way down to the ice and able to get that one in. Put a lot of work on a Chuck, and now the Sun Devils are in head. It gives them a lot of confidence and momentum continuing into this period.
An eerily similar start to yesterday. ASU went up 1-0 just 6.5 minutes into the game. Gave up 2 unanswered and trailed after 2 periods before eventually losing. Lake Superior State, good response shift for them so far as Coons gets it for the Sun Devils. Goes D to D or D to forward to Murphy. Return feed for Coons. Cuts to the middle, throws one in a dangerous spot. Jarvis retrieves. Good stick check by Lake Superior State. Puck goes off a stick and hits the netting. Faceoff will remain in the ASU end.
We saw some good defense by Sarah Lamb, but unfortunately they couldn't get that one to fall. Let that goal go by them. But let's see what they do here with a little bit of a line change by Lake Superior.
Faceoff won by ASU. Good draw win by Burrowmeyer. She gets this puck back and gets it ahead for Devaney. Devaney for Bree Powell. Lost in the skates, 2-on-1 breaking. Powell and Powell, shot hit the outside of the net. Boy, fooled me for a moment. Now Bree Powell still has this puck. Now Devaney one-timer. Blocked in front by Vance. Devaney gets this puck back, circles it in front, nobody home. Now Burrowmeyer intercepts, cycles it down low for Devaney. That was too hot, she couldn't corral that on her backhand. Cook. Around for Calder. Back for Cook. Banks this up for Vance. In the middle for Brazeau. Turned over. Shot on goal from Sophie Sears. Or excuse me, that's Liv Leavell. Covered and held by Aisha Kachuk. So we're already early here. 7-1 are the shots in favor of ASU, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Lake Superior State needs to do is, not focus too much on the defense, but how can they work offensively? It seems like Sun Devils keep finding themselves taking this puck into Lake Superior State's zone.
Here's Paige Bryant. Controlling play in the O zone. Now in the middle, Bryan gets it back. Nice return feed from Evelyn Olsen. Now puck poked away there, and Erickson has speed. She's going to beat out this icing. Ruby DeLees gets to the puck first. Gets body position as well. Really good job from the defenseman there. Now Armitage cycles it down low. DeLees intercepts and pokes it ahead for winger Paige Bryan. Bryan flips it to the line, and it just gets over the stick of McKenna Olsen. Olsen sends it right back where it came from, though, as ASU changing. Bolin trying to get it up the wall. Lauren Willis intercepted momentarily. Lake Superior State coming out with the puck. Here's Tonello. Tonello looking for a feed in front. Caradice activated from the blue line. That puck was just in front of her stick. Sun Devils forechecking in the neutral zone aggressively and get the puck back with Murphy. Murphy trying to take on 3 Lakers. They get the puck back. Now DeZane in the middle for Murphy. She pokes on her backhand and tries to chip and chase. She's successful. Murphy back up top. Now DeZane shot just wide of the goal. Now DeZane shovels it towards the goal. Looking for a stick in front, unsuccessful there. 4th line out with Shaylee Levesque and Emerson Stoddard as well. Levesque was in the lineup last night, Stoddard was not. Whistle goes here, penalty will come. Looks like it'll be a slash on Arizona State. So just like that, Lake Superior State will go back on the power play. Or back on the power play, I should say, for the first time in this game.
Yeah, another power play right here. How can the Sun Devils respond? I mean, What are these power plays meaning in this game? I mean, we saw some of the power plays in yesterday's game. We're seeing a little bit more of these power plays be in effect in this game.
12 total chances on the man advantage between the two teams. Lake Superior State went 0 for 4. And just like that, Devaney clears it the length of the ice. Brazeau first back for the Lakers. Kylie Label right there to pressure. Burlmeyer secondary help. She gets it at the blue line and will send this back behind the goal. Sun Devils have been very aggressive all season long. That's been their mantra on the penalty kill, and that's paying off here as Burlmeyer, again, that second layer of defense helping out. She's hounding Tonello below the goal line. 1-on-3, boy, heck of an effort from Taylor Burlmeyer, ticking precious time off the clock. 30 seconds already have elapsed in this man advantage for Lake Superior State. Now Brazeau. Kennedy Johnson tried to chip it in, but this one's on the stick of Coons, and she gets it by a pair of Lakers and down the ice. Now careful as Label was streaking in. Murphy across. Here's Draper. Nice move between the legs. Mara Draper to the backhand. Couldn't get around Josephine Vance. So now the Lakers get a wholesale change in the power play. Don't see that very often when they dump the puck in ASU's end. Trying to establish some zone time here. Calder. Now across for Cook. That one's blocked in front by Powell. Draper trying to get it out to Powell along the half wall. Bima in the corner for McCoy. For Cook left side. Has time and fires. Glaister shovels it away and out of trouble. Lake Superior State still has it here. Under 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Bima. Stick check by Powell. She fires that one into her own bench. That hit Liv Leavell in the hand. Look out over there. It's a close call.
Yeah, that was definitely a close call right there. She tried to get that puck to be loose going into Lake Superior State's zone, but yeah, got to watch out right there. We're getting another puck drop face-off here in the Sun Devils zone.
It's Burlmeyer, scramble draw. Now controlled by Lake Superior State as Chloe Boyko has it for Cook. Cook back up top for Calder. Now in the middle, Boyko off the feed from Courtney McCoy. Good stick check by Arizona State, and that'll do it. ASU 1-for-1 successful here on the penalty kill. Both teams are 0 for on the power play so far tonight. Now Cook has it below the goal line. Rims it up, but Murphy is there. Murphy looking in the middle, no one home. Tried to find Label, but Calder over to Cook, back to Calder. Quick return feed. Now costly turnover in the middle. Kylie Label has it for the Sun Devils. Just shovels this below the goal line. Tries to get the cycle going for Bree Powell. Powell down low for Murphy. Cut off by Calder. Now up the ice, Erickson. Big hit being laid by Jess Doro-Venus right off the bench. Thunderous collision at the blue line. Now Powell has the puck. It's a scramble in the high slot. Erickson has it once again. Now near side for Willis as Evelyn Olsen sends her to the ice. A couple heavy collisions here in the first half of the first period. Seen some pretty physical games being played for Arizona State. To the line, but not out. Cycled down low. Tonello now dangerous puck out in front. Good clear by Georgia DeZane. Now the Sun Devils trying to break potentially 3-on-2 or 2-on-1. Powell goes wide, fires that puck wide of the goal. Kylie Brown had to stop up at the blue line. She had tons of speed. I don't know if Powell knew that or not. Now Precious banks this up the wall for Gibbs. Trying to get it to Tonello. Tonello's been the most dangerous Laker this season. She had a goal and an assist last night, including a backhand beauty over the glove of Quinn Eatinger. Gave them the 2-1 lead. Claire Bolin has this for the Sun Devils in neutral ice. Banks it for Leavell. Leavell fans on it, cuts in, tries to get the puck back. Precious fell as well. McKenna Olsen up for Lamb, too far. Ruby DeLees holds the point. Banks it in as far as Brooke Brazeau. Now Claire Bolin retrieves for ASU, banks it for Devaney. Devaney stops up, surveys. Goes cross ice, almost picked off, but Ruby DeLees, spin move, pass. Burlmeyer now near side, trying to look for Paige Bryan. Boy, that was Almost a pretty passing play. Now here goes Josephine Vance up the middle. Made a nice cut on Hannah Coons. Now Coons too far for DeLees. Paige Bryan couldn't get there on the wall. DeLees tries to get it up now, 2-on-1 below the goal line almost. Glaister, good stick to disrupt that pass out in front. Lake Superior State trying to regain possession at their own blue line. It's turned over now. Here's Burlmeyer. 1-on-3 trying to get the red line and get it in, and she's successful. So her line can go for a change. Cam DeVenny first in on the forecheck against Kennedy Johnson. Trying to win that puck battle. Now at 2-on-2. Trying to be won by Jarvis, the defenseman all the way below the goal line. Has to be careful there. Potential 2-on-1 breaking. Coons trying to get back, but Bima just elects to dump this around for McCoy. Coons wins the race initially. Murphy in there as well. Puck shot out in front, looking for Bima in the slot, but she's not home. Now Bree Powell 1-on-1, trying to go wide. Powell's got a step. Bree Powell in alone, post and out. Was looking blocker side. They're not out of the woods yet. Here's Jarvis, long shot from the point. Held by Aisha Kachuk. What a chance for Brianne Powell.
Powell wanted that. I mean, she had a clear open one-on-one. She took it all the way to the goal. I think that was some great execution. Unfortunately, that one went into the net and back out, so that was a tough play by her. But, you know, the goalie for Lake Superior State right now, Kachuk, she is on notice right now with preventing any more save goals from going in. But, yeah, a little bit of a momentum change. Sun Devils right now, just it's all them right now.
Shots 9-2 at the moment in favor of Arizona State. Draper in her own end. Couple of nice moves before she gets the puck poked off her stick by Tonello. Don't want to leave her alone. Tonello, shot save, rebound, looking for it once again. Glaister tries to get back in desperation, but a great stick check by Sam Murphy prevents anything dangerous. Backhand goes the length of the ice, but is recovered by Cook, so no icing on the play. Recovered by Evelyn Olsen. Cook rims it around for Calder near side. Now Streak at the blue line trying to hold it in, and she does. Olsen cuts out in front, left pad save made by Kachuk. Leavelle looking down low. Tonello intercepts. Puck up in the air. Sarah Lamb had it for a moment. I think she touched that with her glove. Hand pass called. This face-off will come outside of the Lake Superior State defensive zone.
I have to mention Burlmeyer. She's been doing a great job in this game executing. She had a lot of shot on goals in the first half of this period, and it's great seeing Burlmeyer out here. Let's see what she can do here.
Durovinas for Dezane. For Leavelle trying to chip and chase. Bit of a heavy touch off her stick there. Now breaking away is Erickson. Erickson, 2-on-1 with Gibbs. Erickson fires and gobbled up by Maya Glaister.
Glaister not doing too much as a goalie right now. I mean, half the time the puck's on Lake Superior State's side. It just goes to show you how much Sun Devils want this game, and it's all their momentum right now.
Face-off one, back top of the point. It's Olsen steered away by Glaister. Durovinas pins her player to the wall. That's Erickson. That 2-on-2 battle ensues in the far corner. Boy, Durovinas being really aggressive there in that battle. Hockey's version of a rugby scrum is Cam DeVenny. Throws her body weight into the pile. Knocks a couple players over. Whistle goes.
You got to do something about that. They weren't moving for a solid 30 seconds until we saw Courtney just go in there and throw her body at them. But there's going to be another line change, 3 on, 3 off. Let's see how this affects the game with 4:22 to go in the first period.
Scramble draw and actually controlled by the Lakers this time. They won it forward. Durovinas sends a player to the ice. Arms stay down all around. Powell and the Sun Devils trying to break out here. Now far side for Dezane. Dezane with speed stops up at the red line. And she'll go for a change, excuse me. Vance. Now near side, Brazeau makes a nifty move. Try to get to the middle. Brown couldn't poke it away. Ruby DeLees gets checked into the wall near her own bench. DeVenny in the skates for Burlmeyer. Puck dumped in and change being made by Lake Superior State. Here's Claire Bolin. Bolin carries it up on her forehand. Across the red line, being chased by Vance the entire way. That gets it into the offensive zone. Good hold by DeLees, and she steps through again, but a good stick check being made by McCoy. Now Vance shovels it in as far as Sam Murphy in her own end. Good spin move away from Deal. Murphy behind the net makes a breakout pass, and Leibolt just gets a stick on it and shovels it ahead. Kylie Brown has tons of speed and beats out the icing. Brown stops up on her forehand. Baima all over her. The tallest Laker on the ice, Chloe Baima, 6 foot tall. Now Coons fired just wide of the goal. Boy, that puck almost had eyes there. Now recovered by the Lakers. Trying to get it out, and they do. Baima couldn't knock it down, so Coons has it in neutral ice for Evelyn Olsen. Olsen again whiffs on that shot. Now here's Tonello. Tonello can't bank that by Coons. Gives her a hard shot into the wall as well. Nothing retaliatory from Hannah Coons either on that end. Now here's Gibbs. Breakaway pass. Here's Tonello in alone. Tonello scores! The most dangerous Laker on the ice in alone. What do you think would happen? And we're tied at 1.
That was a great read right there. She got that quick connection right there, got the puck. I mean, I think the transition from the first side of the ice on over to the Sun Devil side, I mean, she got that one to fall through, and that was a beautiful executed shot right there, and now the game's tied. And this kind of gives me a little bit of throwback to yesterday's game. It kind of started off with the Sun Devils winning until Lake Superior shifts the momentum.
It was a gutsy effort yesterday, and boy, they're showing all kinds of heart once again here. As they were very opportunistic in yesterday's game as well. And again, Tonello's got that breakaway. She's not going to miss many of those. Her second goal in as many games, 3rd point of this series here in game 2. Now Bryan over to Leavell near side. Leavell had a couple Lakers on her back checking, so she just elects to get this puck deep. Paige Bryan separates puck from man there as Berlmeyer controls in the corner. Brazeau on her. Now Powell steps through, tries to make another swim move over a defender. Wasn't successful there, I should say. Now Brazeau at the red line. Devaney blocks her clearing attempt. Now cross ice. Berlmeyer, that pass was just too far for her. It clipped her stick, so icing is negated. Berlmeyer and Cook engage in a battle below the goal line. Just under 90 seconds remaining here in the opening frame. No one can find the puck. It's loose there. Berlmeyer tries to get it. She looked like she was hooked as Powell on the backhand. Couldn't get it towards the goal. Now Devaney, a shot. Great A opportunity. But Asia Kachuk is there once again.
Devaney had her eyes on what Powell was going to do. She saw that Powell was going to flip the puck to her, and she was able to see that opportunity. Unfortunately, that opportunity did not lead into a goal, but I think that was some great execution by the Sun Devils right now, crowding around the goalie, Kachuk, and now they still keep this puck in the Lakers zone.
Puck controlled by Lake Superior State. Breakout pass blocked by Brown. She fires it towards the goal, blocked away by Kachuk. Murphy in there on the forecheck, so is Brown. Now puck cleared out. Doro Venus gets this in neutral ice and retreats. Now DeZane. D-to-D for Doro Venus. In the middle for Murphy. That was too hot for her to handle. Gibbs, stick check by Murphy. Couldn't get the red line and in now. Pile up there as Murphy sends a player down to the ice. That was Leanna Precious. It's Gibbs. Pad save made by Glaister. Doro Venus. Rim around for Leibolt. Bad bounce on her backhand. Here's Lamb. A good desperation effort from Leibolt to get back and stick check Sarah Lamb as she almost had a partial break-in on goal. Now in the middle for Tonello, too far for her. Olsen tried to hold the line. She was unable to. Puck goes off the skate of Kylie Brown. Dumped it back into the Sun Devil end. DeZane has it and turned over for Gibbs, but that'll just about do it here for period number 1. We're tied at 1 apiece after 20 minutes of play. The Sun Devils get first blood. The goal from Sam Murphy, unassisted. It was just a shot and a rebound. And then Sarah Gibbs fed Lindsay Tonello on a breakaway. And Tonello made no mistake for her 14th of the season, Tyler.
Yeah, what I really liked about the Sun Devils in this period was that they tried to keep the puck away from Lake Superior as much as they could when they were on those power plays. During those power plays, they kind of wasted the time, spoiled the time, let the time go down until their penalty was over, until they had more people on the ice. I think the Sun Devils did a great job executing, but then Lake Superior did a great job at responding immediately right back. We saw some good defense right there by of course, Kachuk, the goalie. We saw a lot from her. We saw a lot from Sarah Lamb, of course, the defense as well. But we got to give a lot of credit to Burlmeyer as well. She had a lot of shot on goal, saw a lot of opportunities, and she was able to get a couple breakaways as well.
Brianne Powell had a golden opportunity as well in that period, but lots to talk about for Lindsay Ellis and company, as well as Matt Parker and the Lakers over there. Again, tied her ahead after the first period for the second consecutive game here against the 8th-ranked team in the country. Not too bad for Lake Superior State. We'll take a quick break. We'll have the intermission report as well as go ice side with Cindy Craven. She'll talk to a Sun Devil between the periods. We'll take a quick break, but we'll be right back here on Inferno TV. Apologies, we had a few technical mishaps here again. Tyler Wargo, Lachlan McTagg. We'll send it down to Sydney Craven with Sun Devil captain Sam Murphy.
Today, as you guys play.
Yeah, for our first game of the new year, it was pretty difficult to find that energy that we had all last semester. So after our game yesterday, we had a talk as a team and placed a huge emphasis on having better bench energy throughout the full 60 minutes of the game, really uplifting each other. We play a whole lot better as energy 100% of the time.
Wonderful, and we saw a great goal by you, an assist, or not? Excuse me, not an assist, but a rebound. How do you really work off the team chemistry and be able to score throughout the game?
Yeah, for sure. As the oldest veteran on the team and as the captain, it's kind of my role to make sure that the chemistry lasts throughout these seasons. My first year here on the team was a year with unreal chemistry, and it carried throughout my 5 years. And as those veterans graduated and moved on to new things in life, it fell onto my shoulders to make sure that chemistry outlasted their time on the team. And we do that by not just being a team on the ice, but best friends off the ice, back to the team energy, making sure we're uplifting each other, and just having fun. At the end of the day, hockey's about having fun. Hockey's about playing for that little girl you once were. So living out the dream and having fun makes it all the better.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Thank you down there, Sydney. Wonderful job. And again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We had our cameras go out for a moment there, but we got it sorted all in the end, and a great interview. Sam Murphy, always a terrific interview to talk to. A tremendous leader for this program and an example for what this program kind of embodies and what it's built here in the desert. But it's interesting, Tyler, they talked about the mindset and uplifting each other. And in a game like this, in a game like last night as well, it can get very frustrating, so that mentality can really pay dividends going forward.
And she's a veteran, so she's been around the team for a very long time. She's the one that kind of welcomed the new players onto the ice, and I think she's doing a great job at that. She talked about chemistry. I think her being the oldest veteran on the team kind of sets the standard at what to expect here for the women's team, for the hockey, and I think we should be seeing a lot more from her and, of course, Sam Murphy's teammates.
And so Sun Devils, again, at the same spot pretty much as they were yesterday. In the first, 5-6 minutes of the game, they go up 1-0, they're flying, they got all the ozone pressure. And then Lake Superior State just kind of hangs around and ties the game. What do you think the Sun Devils need to do to kind of either take the lead back or widen the gap between these two squads?
Well, don't get any more power plays. Don't give any more penalties on yourself. You got to start combating a little bit. Of course, Kachuk, she's been getting a lot of saves, but of course she can't save every single puck. So they've been crowding around the goal a lot in the last period, and I think the more they can crowd around Kachuk, give her a little bit of that overwhelming sensation, that could definitely weaken the goalie's mindset, and that can lead the Sun Devils to maybe scoring some more goals.
And we had a pair of goals in that first period, Tyler. Why don't you walk us through those?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this goal was absolutely insane by the Sun Devils. I mean, all charged, like from past the blue line, took it in from herself. We saw a lot of these shots early on, these shots right from the blue line, but right here around the ozone, she's able to just get this one to fall through, and she did a great job at doing that. And then, of course, this next one by Lake Superior State, this one was beautiful. This one was a one-on-one fast break and able to get this one to fall through, and Lake Superior State now tying up this game. We now will take it to the second period of regulation.
Berlmeyer and the Sun Devils control off the draw. Teams flip ends for the second period of play here at Mullet Arena. Back in front now, streak left point, walks in, blocked in front. Powell couldn't get that. Now here's Tonello, trying to take Mara Draper wide. She cannot and just gets this deep. Glaister with the paddle of her stick gets it to streak. Reverses it for Devaney. Devaney for Berlmeyer. Now Devaney intercepts and will skate away in the neutral zone. Tries to make a nifty move, but cannot. Good play by McKenna Olson. Getting up to Brooke Brazeau. Now Lamb stops up at the blue line. Can only get it as far as Ruby DeLees, but DeLees turned it over for a moment. Now streak to Devaney. Now far side, nice pass to Label. Kylie Labolt's got space, tries to go in, just gets it below the goal line. Label near side in the corner. Drops it off for Bolin. Swung around and Label has it. Cycles it for the captain, Sam Murphy. Murphy, wraparound chance, tries to jam it at the near post. Sealed off and held by Asia Kachuk. Now Brown trying to get it for Murphy. Now back to Kylie Brown. Now Brown circles it back for Murphy. Now labeled below the goal line. Long shift here. The Sun Devils have gotten the cycle game working, but Brazeau finally clears. But again, I don't know how many Lake Superior State Lakers are going to get off the ice, but it doesn't matter, as here's Josephine Vance weaving her way through past a pair of Sun Devils. Fires, shoulder save made by Glaister. Boy, something out of seemingly nothing for Lake Superior State. As now they finally get a change. It's through the 5-hole. Boy, I think Glaister knocked the net off its moorings. That's something I haven't seen before, actually.
Talk about putting the pressure on the goalie. I mean, they did that right there. Now they just got to put this goal back into its place. Vance was all alone on that shot right there. She had a perfect opportunity. Unfortunately, there were like 3 other girls guarding her, so a lot of competition right there to get that one in the net. But we're going to get another face-off here, staying on Arizona State's zone.
Referees really making sure this net is nailed down here. There's maybe a problem with the ice at the far post. Can't say I've ever seen a goalie in the VH position have the puck go underneath their pad after knocking the net off the moorings. Very unique scenario and set of circumstances, but looks like the net's back in place in the crease of Glaister. Face-off will come to her left. Just over 2 minutes have elapsed here in period number 2. Again, still tied at 1. Now Matt Parker is talking to one of the officials. Maybe getting some clarification. I think everything might be sorted here as we're finally ready to resume action. Face-off almost won back by the Lakers and now is controlled by Lake Superior State. Thrown towards the goal and just wide by Caradice. Now McCoy out front. Good job by Mia Jarvis. She'll lead the rush up ice. Here's the defenseman. Across the blue line. Jarvis drops it back for Olson. Took her place on the near point. Now Leavell out front for Bryan, and that splits the uprights between Jarvis and Hannah Kuntz. Pair of junior defensemen for the Sun Devils. Now Kuntz got stick checked as she tried to walk into the slot. Caradice turns it over. Here's Olson on her backhand, shovels towards the goal, sticked away by Kachuk. Now Bryan for Olson, looking for Powell out front. That puck pops behind the goal. Now Bree Powell on her forehand, looking to shoot, fires one just wide of the goal. Got stick checked in the process, tough to pick up for Kachuk. Sun Devils get a change, but hold the offensive zone. Powell, cross to Kuntz. Top of the circle now, half wall. Kuntz fires one towards the goal. It's in the crease, loose. Kuntz has another whack at this. It's still loose. Devaney fires, scores! We'll see if this one counts. The net was off its moorings the whole time. Two officials conversing.
And this isn't the net that they were talking about before. This is a totally different net. This is the net that Lake Superior Kachuk is guarding. But yeah, if the moorings were in place, then this goal would count. But look at the replay right here, though. I mean, either way, this is a great execution right here by Courtney. Able to get this one to just go in the net, but it is not going to count.
So they wave it off. It was a great shot from Devaney, but I think when Coons had her chances at that far post, Kachuk didn't intentionally obviously move the net off its moorings, but she slid over to try and stop the shot, and she did, and then the net popped off. Play continued, and then it popped to Devaney. And obviously the rest is history, but boy, a big momentum swing here certainly can fluster the Sun Devils. Lindsay Ellis, the head coach for ASU, certainly not pleased with this.
Yeah, I mean, from our view, and I'm sure from her view, the net looked like it was in place, but you never know when it's slightly off its moorings, and it was. So it's not going to count. It's still going to be an even game, 1-1, with 16:41 to go in the second period. And it's going to be a face-off on the Lakers' side of their ice.
So still an ozone draw for that top line of Burlmeyer, Devaney, and Powell, but good face-off win as Lamb gets this away. Dorovinus intercepts momentarily. Now here's DeZane. Tried to snap that cross ice, it got blocked, but now here's Bree Powell. Back for Dorovinus, for Devaney. Devaney banks it, Burlmeyer too far for her. She'll give chase on the forecheck. It's Precious, able to get away there. Rims it around on the dasher board. Gibbs able to stop that one. Now back for Precious. Goes D-to-D with McKenna Olsen. Olsen up the middle, too hot for Tonello. Bouncing puck all the way, tough to handle for her. DeZane for Label, off her stick. Devaney goes for a change, so will Burlmeyer. It's the Label line on now with Murphy and Brown. Now Erickson far side. In the middle, looking for Armitage. Good keep by Kylie Label. Makes a nice move at her blue line. Cycles it down low for Murphy. Turns back into traffic. A pair of Lakers there. Murphy battling, trying to will this puck free. She's hauled down momentarily. Arm stays down as well for the referee. Now here's Label to Murphy. Murphy fires. Glove save made by Kachuk.
A lot of pushing and shoving going on around Kachuk, but Murphy had a great opportunity right there. Great shot on goal. Unfortunately, couldn't get that one to fall through, but the Sun Devils a little bit differently of a pace than last game. It seemed like they're getting a lot of opportunities with their shot on goals that they did in yesterday's game, and I think that's going to pay off in the later period.
Now Bryan, a shot off the draw. Good blocker save. Sharp save by Kachuk once again. Bryan over to Draper. Quick up for Olsen. Oh, she had to be careful. Calder was bearing down on her. Now Olsen. 2-on-1 breaking with Leavelle. Here's Olsen. She'll shoot and gobbled up with the glove once again by Aisha Kachuk.
Kachuk, another save within a minute. Seems like she's been getting a lot of play action down there, but it's going to be a face-off reset in the Lakers O-zone.
Draw one back, but too strong as Claire Bolin couldn't hold the line. She gets center red and dumps it all the way in. Now Cook rims it near side. Too far for Brazeau. Cook gets it back off glass and just out. DeLise doesn't like her options, turns back now. Fires one cross ice to Powell. Beautiful play by DeLise. Now Powell, toe drag move, fires, just missed the goal high. Bree Powell's been all over it so far this afternoon. Couple great opportunities, including a breakaway. Another golden one there. Puck cleared down. Bolin wins the race, and this will go back the length of the ice for an icing.
First icing call of this game right here. A little bit of a line change for the Sun Devils, but the Lakers, they're not moving at all. They're going to stay on the ice, but after the Sun Devils got a couple on and a couple off, it's going to be a face-off in the Lakers' O-zone.
Good job by Lake Superior State to tie up, and now that tired group can finally get a change as the dump-in attempt hit Sam Murphy while she was still in the O-zone, I should say, so offside is the call. Murphy, Brown, and Label out there with Coons and Mia Jarvis. Now face-off one back, Coons over to Jarvis. Had that bobble on her. Now pass for Label. Gains the O-zone, drops back for Murphy, who has space. Murphy fires one, glove side, but again, Tkachuk is there. Saw it the whole way and makes the stop.
Yeah, she's been doing it all with the saves and everything. And also the shot on goals, the type of shot on goals the Sun Devils are taking are like just a little bit past the blue line. So they're really taking shots at the goalie right now. But
they had over 50 of them last night. They're up to 15 so far here this afternoon and counting. It's offside the call there. 6 minutes have elapsed here in period number 2. 1-1 is the score here on Inferno TV. And if you're just joining us, first period of play, Sun Devils got off to a quick start with a goal from Sam Murphy, just her third of the season. But Lindsay Tonello, about 12 minutes later, near the end of the period, tied it at 1 on a beautiful breakaway goal, and that's where we stand now. Dezane takes a Laker down in the corner. That was Sarah Lamb, the captain. Lakers holding possession momentarily, but Doro Venus, far side, banks it for Brown, tries to get this, uses her long stick, but can't bank it ahead for Murphy. Label recovers momentarily, but Lamb trying to break in. Here's Sarah Lamb, partial break. Lamb fires, blocker save made by Glaister. She was up to the task on the breakaway. Now here's Label with speed the other way, as Evelyn Olsen just a little bit offside there. She had to straddle the blue line, making way for a streaking Kylie Label. Got a little bit antsy, offside's the call.
Sarah Lamb's been doing a great job defensively. She just completely took that puck away from one of the Sun Devils, and she was able to get a breakaway shot. Unfortunately, that shot was not able to fall through, but that was a great opportunity by the Lakers. We might be able to see more of that, but right now the Sun Devils currently in possession of this puck.
Turned over. Here's Boyko. Brazeau, one-timer. Looks like she didn't get all of that puck. It squirted into the far corner. Now Olsen had Bryan on her, but is able to get it down to Brazeau. Brazeau cycles it down, hits the side of the goal. Brazeau once more. Tries to cut in. Good defensive play by the Sun Devils, but they can't get this puck out, and now it finally is out as Liv Leavell with a great block shot. She'll go for a change after that, much to the avail of her bench. There's the cheering on of your teammates that Sam Murphy was talking about in the intermission. Good play by Olsen. Up to Bryan. She can't get it out. Dezane has it. On her offside for Olsen. Olsen, that pass was just behind Bree Powell. Lakers trying to break out in the neutral zone. Blocked by Bryan once and twice as well. Now here's Bree Powell. Powell deep slot, fires one. Little half clapper towards the goal. Bryan was unable to get a stick on it. Tkachuk covers up for a whistle.
Yeah, Berlmeyer staying on the ice. Might be seeing more from her, but she's going to be in this face-off here in the Lakers part of the ice.
Calder around. Cook tied up by Powell, but good support by Erickson. She shoots this off a Sun Devil on the bench. Had her back turned to the play. Gets a puck right in the spine. Still kind of hunched over on the bench over there. No worse for wear. Unfortunate set of circumstances. Looks like Shaylee Levesque. Now rimmed around. Calder off the face-off. Near side for Willis. Chips it. McCoy couldn't get it past Kate Streak. Now here's Powell. Shot in the breadbasket of Tkachuk, and she'll hold on.
Yeah, I think Powell has the most shot on goals in this game. We saw so much from her in the beginning of this period and last period.
Lake Superior State, another draw win in the defensive zone. Good job by them. Now Draper activates from the blue line. Mara Draper cutting towards the goal. Good stick from Calder to poke the puck away from Draper. McCoy gets it. Label tries to get body position but is unsuccessful. Calder. Now rimmed back for Cook. Good D-to-D movement from Lake Superior State, making the Sun Devils move. Now here's McCoy. Good stick by Draper. They can't find it. Now Murphy tries to get it away. Label has Brown streaking up ice. They can't find her. Kylie Label now near side for Draper. Brown couldn't get the puck in the middle. It's on the far side for Murphy now. Murphy cuts in. Tries to get a nice move. Shot save, rebound. Just too high for Brown to knock down. Rims back for Bolin. Shot now. Label tries to shovel it over. Brown couldn't get there. A Laker fell. It's Kennedy Johnson now labeled in on goal. Down low for Brown. Back for Labeled in front. She couldn't convert. Burlmeyer across. Brown, one-timer. She missed the goal high. Now Claire Bolin gets it for ASU, trying to recycle things. Deal goes for a change. Calder has to get this away. DeLise up for Burlmeyer. Johnson now. Powell with a good stick check. Burlmeyer surveys, tries to circle it in front. It's blocked, but Bree Powell will be first to that puck. Now here's Powell. In the slot for DeVenny. DeLise gets it. It's blocked momentarily. Now away goes Lamb. In alone, Lamb chip scores! Backhand, forehand, what a beauty. The Lakers take a 2-1 lead.
I mean, she's been aggressive all game long. I mean, you can't get enough of seeing her execute on the ice. Let's take a look right here on the replay right here. I mean, this was an absolute beautiful transition from, but look at this. Taking it all in herself, Lamb moved to the far right of the goal and got that one to go right in. Nice little slap shot goal. So it's now going to be 1-2. The Lakers kind of giving me some deja vu from yesterday's game. You know, the Sun Devils start this game, and then of course the Lakers just taking it right back. The Sun Devils now on the offense here, and again number 9. Mara Draper having it. Draper kicks it out to Kylie Brown. Kylie Brown loses it, and player falls to the ground. That's Boyko. But again, the puck finds itself on the Sun Devils zone, and the Lakers a lot of pucks going back and forth, but the Sun Devils now in control. They lose it to the Lakers, and loose puck past the blue line all the way down to Kachuk. Kachuk just kicks it to her right. And now it's number 9 having it. Boyko still in this game. Here comes number 10. And the Sun Devils now back on the offense, just trying to keep the puck away from the Lakers as much as they can. And again, the Sun Devils doing a pretty good job right now defensively speaking, but we got to see more from them offensively as the Sun Devils just caught up against the boards, and now a puck goes a little bit past the goal, and now this one's going to be a little bit past the puck, and this one's going to be taken away from the Sun Devils. An opportunity right here. Kachuk stays in front of that puck. Kachuk's getting a lot of action down there, playing her position right now as a goalkeeper, but again, 8:18 left. A little bit of a line change for both squads.
Yeah, that was Claire Bolin, or Georgia Zane, excuse me, all the way up in the play. The defenseman almost had a breakaway. Defensemen certainly aren't used to that.
Lakers now win this face-off, but Lamb checked back into this game. Lamb having the last goal, putting the Lakers up front. It's going to be a whistle blown. And it might be offsides here.
Yeah, the puck just went into the bench there, so I think they're going to spot this maybe at center ice. But to your point, Tyler, I mean, now 14 goals for Tonello, 6 on the season for Lamb, and Lamb's led the team in assists. She's now got 16 points so far this season.
And number 12, Olsen, just slaps this puck against the boards, and players falling down against the boards, and just a little bit past the blue line on the Lakers part of the zone is where the puck is currently. The Lakers trying to just keep this puck away from the Sun Devils, but the Sun Devils' execution is just too on point, as this puck's gonna still find itself on the Lakers' side. And number 3, McKenna Olsen has it, kicks it out. Now players backed up against the boards. The puck finds itself in center ice. Number 3 with it for the Sun Devils. Olsen kicks it out, loses it, but gets the pass. Is going to be 27. As Lamb has it, kicks it out, almost goal. Good block right there, but rebounded again by the Lakers. Lakers still having control of this puck, but a lot of up against the boards actions as they're just trying to keep this puck away from each other, but the puck is behind the goalie right now, behind Tkachuk. Deviney has it. Deviney trying to find someone open, but kicks it out to her far right side of the ice. Number 9, Draper. Draper's a little bit behind her, the blue line of the Sun Devils zone. 14, Street gets it. Street kicks it out, and the puck is currently in Lamb's stick, and loose puck way well past the blue line onto the Sun Devil zone. Kate Streak had this puck. Now everyone's clashing up against the boards wanting this. Who wants this puck? And it's going to be number 9, Kennedy Johnson. Kennedy Johnson saw a little bit from her in the first period, seeing a little bit more from her now defensively, but Lakers still on the offensive attack. They're trying to find an open, but no one's open here, and it gets lost by the Sun Devils. Kylie Brown on the offense, trying to go for a shot wide left of the goal. And again, the Lakers, 27. And the Lakers now taking this to center ice, now past the blue line. But the defense by the Sun Devils is just too strong, as Kylie Brown has it again. Kylie Brown's been setting up the plays here when they get the puck onto the Lakers zone. Here comes an opportunity, and it's going to be a goal! That was a beautiful goal right there. Kind of crept that one in. That was Liv Lavelle. Lavelle got her first point of the game. Sun Devils now tie the game 2-2.
Yeah, just a broken play here. Liv Lavelle gets this return feed as the play cycles down below. A great pass from Dezane, and Lavelle just shovels a backhand, and it squeaks between the pad and the glove of Asia Tkachuk. We saw her give up a weak one last night for the tying goal. And again, eerily similar vibes to yesterday's game, as another one that maybe Tkachuk would want back. But regardless, just under 5 minutes left here in the second, and we're tied once again.
The Lakers are having to respond to that, but the Sun Devils, they're not backing down right now, as currently the puck is behind the goalie for the Sun Devils. And again, Glass there. And loose puck, it's going to be number 22, Paige Bryan having it. Paige Bryan had that goal in yesterday's game. She's in this game as well. Again, Kennedy Johnson was on the defensive attack right there, but now the puck goes all the way to the boards. It's going to be number Delez is in this game, and Deviney having it. Another opportunity by the Sun Devils, and this one goes in and out of the goal. And back into play, we saw a little bit of this in the first period with that going into the goal and back out. Fans here started raising up on their seats because they thought that one's going to go in, but it's not. That was a great opportunity by the Sun Devils on the offensive attack. Puck now is in the center ice, just a little bit past the blue line, and just kicking it out will be one of the Sun Devils. So, and the Lakers having to just stay calm and collected, because right now the Sun Devils, they're very aggressive right now offensively. Again, Sam Murphy having it. Sam Murphy kicks it out to LeBolt. Draper loses it to a Laker. Lakers now on the offensive attack. They take it past the blue line. And again, here comes a shot, wide shot high of the goalpost, of the goal. And again, the Lakers right now, the Sun Devils are not slowing down right now. A shot a little bit past, it's gonna be behind the goal. And again, Glaister having to do some defensive work here, but kept away. Devaney trying to just keep this puck away from the Lakers as much as they can, but the Lakers are not backing down as they get the puck. And again, it's number 2, Josephine Vance having it, kicks it out to 25. And here comes and again, puck is a little bit past the blue line. Stolen away by the Sun Devils. Now both players are upon this puck. The Sun Devils now kicks it out to Kylie Brown. Kylie Brown sees Devaney. Devaney back to 27. Burmeyer. And Burmeyer had a lot of shot on goals earlier in this game. And the Lakers on the attack. As Sarah Lamb having it. Sarah Lamb trying to work on the offense as both players again clashing upon the boards. A lot of players just bouncing up or find themselves upon each other trying to get this puck away from each other, but the Sun Devils now back on the offensive attack. Kylie Label is there as this puck is now Sun Devils now. Label having it, kicks it out. Received by Delise. And this puck goes well past the blue line, and it's going to be Glaister to just pass this one slightly to her left, to her, number 15, Powell. Powell now having it. Powell tries to kick it out. She gets it to number 8, Label. And again, Olsen's also checked into this game. Olsen having this puck in control, kicks it out to number 8, Label. And again, a missed opportunity right there by the Sun Devils. Did a good job controlling the puck. Now the puck is still in the Lakers zone. Again, Boyko still in this game for the Lakers. Olsen now loses it to Johnson. Johnson with the puck. She takes the puck slightly behind the goal, and that's going to do it for the second period. 2-2. We saw 2 goals be scored. And of course, the Sun Devils tied this one up, and this was quite the period.
And it was almost a third there as well. Take a look at the replay. Boy, Tyler, that was a long stretch of play-by-play for you without a whistle, but boy, Burlmeyer had a great chance off the bar and out, and then I think Devaney was in there as well, Ruby Delise too, but boy, just a terrific chance by Burlmeyer. She goes to the backhand, goes roof, but it goes bar, down, and out. That's how close the Sun Devils were to being up 3-2 in this game. But again, that's where we stand. A great pace to that period on both sides. We saw a couple breakaways, a couple odd man chances either way, and Lake Superior State, again, tied after 2 periods of play here. Eerily similar. They were up 2-1 last night, and again, shots on goal, 29 for Arizona State, just 12 for Lake Superior State. Sun Devils really turned up the heat in that period. I liked a lot of what their game was there.
Yeah, and they weren't slowing down either. They took it all the way to the very end of the period. I mean, they were very aggressive. We saw a lot of those shot on goal opportunities. They got a lot more shot on goals this period than they did in the first period. I think that because of this period and how good Liv Lavelle played, I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence and momentum going into the next period. The question is for Tkachuk is, will she play her game the way she did yesterday? We're just going to have to find out.
Yeah, she's had almost 30 attempts on goal, and I mean, at this point, that's light work compared to the, 52 shots she faced, but she's been outstanding. She gave up a bit of a weak one to tie this game, but she shrugged it off and was terrific in the third period last night, so we'll see if she continues that on here.
As we're now going to take you over to intermission, and we'll have Sydney potentially being the sideline reporter during intermission, but we'll be back for the third period. Lachlan Matig, I'm Tyler Wargo, signing off. Welcome back to Inferno TV. Tyler Wargo alongside Lachlan Matag. And Lachlan, we talked about so many times how this game is always evenly matched, and going with this evenly matched game come the key players. For Arizona State, what are your key players that you're looking out for in this next and last period?
Yeah, I think Taylor Burlmeyer has had a great game so far. They've been rolling centers. They have 3 centers dressed today, so her, Sam Murphy, and as well Evelyn Olsen, they've been rolling between those 4 lines. A lot of onus has been put on them, but Burlmeyer's had a great game. She had that breakaway chance, went bar down and out before the period was over, and she's been terrific, got a lot of shots on goal. She's creating chances all over the ice. And another person who's been all over the ice, we've said her name a lot tonight, Bree Powell. She's been all over it tonight for the Sun Devils, and she had a breakaway chance that Aisha Tkachuk made a great save on, but she's continuing to generate. She wasn't in the lineup last night, and she's proven why she should be in the lineup going forward. She's a heck of a player. She's got a heck of a shot, and if she continues to use that, I think good things are going to happen for Arizona State.
A lot of shot on goals by both those 2 players, but also for Lake Superior as well. They had some 2 key players as well that's really keeping them in line with this game. And what are those 2 players for you?
Yeah, I think Sophie Gibbs has had a really, really strong game, along with Lindsay Tonello, obviously. And their captain as well has had a terrific game, Sarah Lamb. That whole line in general, they drive the bus offensively. And you can tell for Lake Superior State, those are their leaders. Those are the people they turn to when the game is tied, or when they're down by 1, they need a goal. That's the line they go to. And we've seen that throughout this weekend here. I mean, they've been really, really strong, both in their own zone and creating chances offensively as well.
Yeah, Tonello had a great breakaway, which led to that goal. And of course, we're going to be seeing her in this last final period. And as for Tkachuk, she had 30 attempts going into this third period. We should see a little bit more from her, but the Sun Devils been crowding around Tkachuk, letting her feel very overwhelmed. But we are back for the final 20 minutes of regulation. The game is tied 2-2 between the Sun Devils, and it's going to be the Lakers winning this face-off. So Powell checked into this game. We talked about Powell is going to be a key player to watch out for in this last period. And the Lakers with control of the puck right now. Powell with it, loses it. Sarah Lamb is also in this game as well, but the Sun Devils on offense. And loose. The Sun Devils now on offense. It's going to be Powell with it, loses it. Now she's back on defense. And this is going to be a dump all the way down to behind the goalie for the Sun Devils. Here comes Sam Murphy. Sam Murphy, the oldest veteran. We interviewed her earlier today, and she talked about all chemistry in this game. And she now it's Kylie Label with it as she goes for the shot, and that one's going to be a wide left of the goal. Again, Label up against the boards almost behind Tkachuk. Sun Devils with this puck. Kicks it out. Number 5 going for the shot. Kylie Brown. Of course, she had Kylie Brown in this game. Liv Lavelle in this game. Liv Lavelle, the last person to have that goal in the last period. A little bit of a slow start to start this third period. McCoy slaps this puck and it goes right around Glaister. Glaister still the goalie in this match. Hannah Kunz slaps this one out, passes it to, this is going to be a shot, goal, save. That was Paige Bryan that went for that shot on goal, not want to get that one to fall through. Paige Bryan, after slapping that shot, she went right to the bench.
And Kylie Brown had a couple great opportunities earlier. She had a one-timer in the slot, and boy, the puck off her stick, she got every ounce of that rubber. As it sounded like a clap of thunder when she one-timed that one towards the goal. A heavy shot and a good shoulder save by Aisha Kachuk.
Erickson also back into this game. She had a couple shot on goals as well in this game. Sun Devils back on offense. Brianne Powell loses it to Erickson. Erickson gets it past the blue line as the Lakers now back on the offense. Tons of Sun Devils just crowding around Erickson. Unfortunately, she lost that puck. But Johnson with it. Johnson doing a little bit of a shove towards Brianne Powell. A little bit more aggressive than we're seeing from the last periods. Hannah Kunz just trying to get her stick onto this puck, but loses it to Johnson, or loses it to Gibbs. Johnson and Sun Devils now with it. And again, this might be a power play coming soon. Laybolt with it. Laybolt kicks it out or gets it to Sam Murphy. Sam Murphy going for the shot. That one's going to be saved. Sam Murphy had a great opportunity right there. But again, Kachuk back with those saves again.
Yeah, and the theme for Aisha Kachuk all night long has just been if she sees it, she's going to save it. And for the Sun Devils, a lot of their goals and good opportunities have been coming when they've been getting players to the front of the net and trying to screen her in the process.
Brazu lost this puck. She gets it back. Good pass to Brazu, but she loses it to Dezande. A lot of back and forth in this third period. 15:23 left of regulation. Game is tied 2-2. Kylie Laybolt had it. She passes it to center ice and lost it to Brazu. And going for the shot, open opportunity for Gibbs, but lost it quickly to Paige Bryan. Paige Bryan back into this game as she slides up, trying to get this back into her possession. Mara Draper with this puck in center ice, looks to take it past the blue line. She's trying to find an open opportunity, and she's going to kick it out and lose it to Katie Streak. Darcy Cook having it. Darcy Cook gets it, lost it as she tried to pass it. And an opportunity for the Sun Devils, a shot, and that one's gonna be saved as Kachuk just had to put her body in front of that one to block that goal from going in. Brianne Powell dumps it out past the blue line into the Lakers zone. Devaney kicks it out. Comes an opportunity for number 24, Sam Murphy, going for the shot high of the goal. That was a great opportunity by her. She's taken a lot of those shot on goals in the last period. And it's going to be a whistle being blown here.
A lot of confusion here as Glaister went to the bench for a potential delayed penalty. I think they're confused because they called this play off when the Sun Devils were touching it. Lindsay Ellis very confused right now, as are you and I, Tyler. I'm trying to figure out the hockey math of all of this here. Because usually when a team gets a penalty, it's when they touch up the puck. But the whistle went when ASU got their extra skater on the ice, because when the delayed penalty was called, you may as well pull the goalie and get 6 skaters out there. So I'm not sure what they potentially messed up in the process of whether or not the referee's hand should have been up. Matt Parker not happy with either official right now as well. And I mean, rightfully so. I don't really know what the potential explanation of all of this could be.
Yeah, I mean, we were shifted towards the left side of the ice from our view because the Sun Devils were able to take this one into the Lakers zone, but now it's just like that. Glaister wasn't playing her position. And then ever since she wasn't playing her position, the referees had to get together and kind of figure out what was going on. So
there's still some confusion. And maybe they just wash all of it out and go 5-on-5, face off at center ice. Or actually now there is. So Sarah Gibbs is in the box. Or Sophie Gibbs is in the box, excuse me.
So there must have been a penalty on Gibbs, and this helps the Sun Devils out right now. They could take advantage of these next 2 minutes if they're smart as they win the faceoff. Draper with it. Draper passes it to Kylie Brown. Kylie Brown passes it back to Draper. Draper trying to go for a shot, but lost that in the mix. It's now going to be a dumped puck all the way going down towards Glaister. And now 2 Sun Devils pressed upon the boards. They quickly got this puck back into their own possession. They're now going to slowly take this puck on over to the Lakers zone. Kylie Brown with it. Kylie Brown going for a shot, and that one's going to be saved. And back into play. And there's been a lot of sticks in the air, a lot of physicality going on in this last period. And here comes an opportunity, but just couldn't get that one to go through. A lot of those close calls we have been seeing up until this point, but quickly snagged away an opportunity, and this one's going to be just right of Glaister. Tonello is doing everything she can right now with this power play in effect. Kylie Brown with it. Kylie Brown slowly gliding herself across the ice. Shot saved by Tkachuk. What a save, but also what a shot right there by Kylie Brown.
And a great sequence as well before the Lakers were able to clear the offensive zone. Puck was bouncing all around in front off a Kylie Brown kind of shot pass attempt. Puck bounced over Murphy's stick. She couldn't get it in front of the goal. A lot of great opportunities for the Sun Devils to take the lead here on the power play.
Face off in the O-zone, won by the Sun Devils. Sun Devils back on the offense, trying to find an open opportunity. It's going to be a quick shot by Brianne Powell, and she scores! The Sun Devils break the tie and take the lead. It's now 3-2.
And just right off the face-off here, we take a look at this replay. Right off the face-off, they set it up. Powell's got all day, and she picks that corner. High blocker side. They've tested the glove side so often on Aisha Tkachuk. Sam Murphy missed it high over top of the blocker of Tkachuk earlier in the game. Powell, pinpoint precision, an absolute snipe, and the Sun Devils have the lead back.
And now Gibbs also left the penalty box, so they got all their players back on ice. It's now a 5-on-5. Bolin just trying to get her stick onto the puck, lost it. It's now going to be in center ice. Taking it from center ice is going to be Liv Lavelle. Liv Lavelle having that goal in the second period. And again, everyone clashing almost up against the boards, but here comes another opportunity, and it's going to be just a little bit left, slightly left of the goal. Again, the Sun Devils, seems like their energy is not fading away. 22. Here comes another opportunity, and again, just a little bit left. That was Olsen. Olsen had a couple opportunities right there. Unfortunately, couldn't get that one to fall through. Again, 10:52 to go in regulation. The Lakers just trying their best just to keep this puck on the Sun Devils zone, but they keep losing it in center ice. Kylie LeBrolt gets it. Sam Murphy, open opportunity, missed it. Wide, just a little bit left of the goal. Again, another opportunity by the Sun Devils having, puck goes up in the air and back into play. Sam Murphy with it, gets it to Label. Gibbs now having the puck. Trying to take it to center ice, and she does. She gets it just a little bit past the blue line as she kicks it over to Calder. And again, loose puck. Nope, as the Sun Devils race to get there. And both players sliding to the ground, gloves and everything off. A lot of contact later in this game. An opportunity by the Lakers now as they slowly get this puck to center ice. Lost it to Burmeyer. Burmeyer didn't see too much from her in this period, saw a lot from her in the previous periods as she goes sliding to the ice, and another Davini gets back on the ice from a line change as she slips over and falls and gets back to her feet, and another loose glove. A lot of contact here, a lot of physicality going on with 9:27 to go in the third period. Again, loose puck goes all the way past the goal of Gleister. Gibbs with it, gets it out. Almost a save by the goalie, but it went right over her glove. Sun Devils now just keeping this away from the Lakers as much as they can to burn time, as they're still up by one. Davini trying to find someone to pass to, loses it in the mix. Gibbs with it, or Vance with it. Vance to Johnson. Kicks this puck just behind Tkachuk. Lakers keep losing this puck. Every time they just find a piece on this, they keep losing it. As here comes Vance. Josephani Vance with it. As she passes it to her right and loses it. Kate Streak gets to Olsen. Olsen loses it. Here comes an opportunity for the Lakers. Johnson with it. Johnson takes it to center ice. She tried to pass it just past the blue line, and immediately right there was Draper. Kylie Brown with it. Kylie Brown to Draper. Draper. And there's a lot of tripping going on in this game. And it's going to be a line change for the Lakers.
Boy, Mara Draper is going to the box here. That's such an unfortunate penalty for the Sun Devils to take in this spot. Draper didn't really get her stick caught in the feet at all of the Laker player over there near the ASU bench, but boy, just really, really unfortunate timing, and Draper doesn't like it. Nobody likes it in general.
As this one gets dumped all the way to Tkachuk. Tkachuk just passes this to her right side to Josephani Vance. I gotta mention that Tonello, who's also checked back into this game. She's been a very executive player up until this point. Gibbs has also checked into this game from that line change, and the Lakers have to respond quickly here. As here comes Sarah Lamb. Sarah Lamb, Lachlan, you talked about her in the intermission report. Sarah Lamb's going to have to be a key player to watch out for in the last 6 minutes, or 6 minutes and 40 seconds of regulation here. Falling to the ground behind Tkachuk is multiple players almost, as they're just holding on to this puck, trying to just waste time, but the Lakers, a lot of checks up on the board. Kylie Labo trying to find some open room, and she lost it. The Lakers now back on offense. Passes it inside. Cook gets the read. Cook just a little bit past the blue line. Passes it. And she loses it. And it seems like every time the Sun Devils get a piece of this puck, they just want to dump this puck all the way to Tkachuk, just make sure that the Lakers stay away from Gleister. And now the Sun Devils are back in full strength as Mara Draper gets back into this game. Draper with it. Draper trying to find someone to pass to, loses it, loose stick in the mix of that as well. A little bit more of a low energy from the Sun Devils right now, but the Lakers might have a fast break opportunity. Here comes a shot, save, as both Sun Devils go crashing to the boards. Here comes another opportunity, shot, saved, back into play. That was a nasty save right there by Gleister. And puck is in center ice. Gibbs gets the read. Gibbs looking to relocate this puck. She kicks it, she passes it to Lamb. Lamb goes for that shot, just a little bit left of the goal. DeZonde with it. She's trying to take it herself. Shot saved by Tkachuk. Another opportunity by the Sun Devils right now to increase their lead, but Tkachuk doing everything she can to just save those shots.
That's a very good penalty kill as well from Arizona State a few minutes back, as a lot of the play was in neutral ice. They didn't really give up their blue line very easy. Not a lot of zone opportunities allowed for Lake Superior State, and another 2 minutes killed on the clock for ASU.
And again, a lot of fighting up against the boards. And it's going to be another opportunity for the Sun Devils, or for the Lakers, as Vance tried to go for that shot, but it got deflected back into play. Johnson has the puck as she slapped that puck past the goalie, and now the puck finds itself behind Gleister. Paige Bryan passes it behind her to Burmeyer. Burmeyer with it. Burmeyer passes it to Deviney. Deviney to Bolin. Bolin passes it. A lot of fighting up against the boards here. Here comes another opportunity. Went up and around the goalie, tried to knock that one in, but unfortunately couldn't get that one to fall through. That was Deviney trying to go for that shot on goal, but lost that. Puck is in center ice now, in the neutral zone. Gibbs with it. Gibbs just a little bit past the blue line. Gets it out. to Deal. Deal also has been checked into this game. Calling it is Cook. She wants it as she's just a little bit past the blue line. Cook now chasing this puck down, trying to relocate this puck, trying to keep it away from Label. Label playing some great defense right there up on the board. The Lakers just unfortunately cannot find an opportunity as Label back with the puck, passes it to her right side to Draper. Draper passes it to Burlmeyer. Burlmeyer trying to just keep it away from the Lakers as much as they can to burn clock as we're just under 2 minutes left to go in the third period. Again, player goes down to the ground. Kylie Brown was being a little physical on that play. But the Sun Devils right now doing a great job of just keeping this puck away from the Lakers as much as they can. But immediately go for another shot, and that one's not going to go through. Sarah Lamb still is in this game. She's been playing great up until this point. Kylie Brown with it, trying to go for a fast break opportunity. She shoots and she scores. Kylie Brown increasing the lead. It's now 4-2, Sun Devils.
It's a position that the Lakers haven't been in so far in this hockey game. Kylie Brown, great steal, and the empty net. Boy, she's been facing a hot goalie so far this weekend, so probably a nice break for her to get one in the back of the net, get her confidence back, but either way, 2-goal advantage for the Sun Devils. They're looking to cruise through this last 60 seconds.
Yeah, you said that. She wanted that even in yesterday's game. This is someone who made a lot of shot on goals in yesterday's match. And now the Lakers are well out of this. However, the Lakers, they played well, I think, defensively, offensively, they did a great job. But right now, it's going to be another whistle being blown. A lot of whistles being blown in the third period.
And Lake Superior State just being aggressive, trying to go for it all for the tying goal, but they just haven't had enough sustained zone time to really make that possible. And that Kylie Brown defensive play has kind of been a get-right for the Sun Devils here as they're
Devaney and several other Lakers topple on top of each other. Puck becomes loose, but then picked back up by the Lakers. Trying to go for a quick shot was going to be... Again, the Lakers a little bit out of this one. A lot of bodies piling up on each other, trying to just stay in control of this puck, but this puck's going to be loose, and it's going to go well past the blue line and up and around Tkachuk, and that's going to do it for the game. 4-2, the Sun Devils came back and made up for their loss in yesterday's match. It was quite a game for both sides.
Really gutsy effort once again for Lake Superior State, jumping out to that 2-1 lead. But boy, the Sun Devils, they showed a lot of heart here today. They could have folded over and let this game kind of go by the wayside and get frustrated, but they got back to winning ways, and even this 3-game series at one, setting up what is going to be a great rubber match tomorrow afternoon, Tyler.
Yeah, no, and I'm excited to see where these players are going to match up, because we saw what the Lakers have to offer. We saw a lot from Sarah Lamb. We saw a lot from Kylie Brown. Of course, Kylie Brown, we mentioned her in yesterday's game. She was the one that had a lot of shot on goals in yesterday's game, but unfortunately none of those shots were able to go through. But then today, she was able to get that shot to go through. So I think that gives them a lot of confidence and momentum to carry it into the final game of the series.
A lot of great performances today as well. Obviously, the Sun Devils loaded up on the shot board in general, having over 40 shots today on Aisha Tkachuk, so make that over 90 pucks on net in the last 2 days. Certainly a lot of rubber going her way, and she played really well again today. She had that one kind of goal that Liv Livell squeaked by her on the near post, but other than that, a spotless performance for the most part, and you can't really blame her for a lot of those chances. She had breakaway chances in on goal alone, and Burlmeyer hit the crossbar as well, and overall, a really good effort for Arizona State. They could have come out here and gotten frustrated again today against what has been a stingy Lake Superior State squad. And boy, head coach Matt Parker and the rest of his team will have a quicker turnaround than even the last 24 hours, as it'll be an earlier puck drop tomorrow to wrap up the series before Lake Superior State heads back to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And again, ASU just getting right today. This was an important game for this squad, as they didn't feel like their confidence and their energy was all there yesterday. First game back from the new year, and this was much more of a style of game that we've been used to for ASU. Heavy on the forecheck, hard on pucks, and they're just flying up and down the ice in transition. So overall, this has got to be a big confidence boost going into tomorrow.
Absolutely, and Lake Superior as well, traveling all this way into the Valley. They got a lot of work to do after this game, but they also put up 2 shots. So this is still an evenly matched game that we're going to be seeing tomorrow as well. So it's going to look really good for these two teams going into tomorrow's game. And, the future looks bright for both squads, and I'm excited to see where the Sun Devils are going to rank up in tomorrow's game. But right now the series is tied. That's going to do it as we now send you guys to break on Inferno with TV. Sun Devils 4, Lake Superior 2.
Welcome back here post-game at Mullet Arena following a 4-2 victory for the Sun Devils over the Lakers. He's Tyler Wargo. I'm Lachlan McTaggart. We'll put a bow on this broadcast in a second, but Cindy Craven is ice side with Brienne Powell post-game.
The game with Bree Powell. Bree, you had a wonderful goal in the third period today. Just speak a little bit more on really that fight all the way to the end. You were tied going out of the first and second. Just that fight.
Yeah, I think we needed to build some momentum going into, the second period and the third period tied up. So we just needed to get some pucks on net. We got lucky and got a power play, which is really nice. And it's just good to take advantage of the special teams that we have and just, bring up the intensity and push the pace so we can put the puck in the net.
Absolutely beautiful power play goal. And then also you can feel the energy from off the ice of both the energy and excitement from your team, both on and off the ice. So talk a little bit more about that excitement that you feel and that feeling when winning.
Yeah, I think we have to work hard right now because it's pretty close to nationals. So we have to win some games here, and it's just really important for our team as a whole to be positive and to uplift each other. So it starts in the locker room, complimenting each other on our little successes so that we can reach those big goals of winning games. And we're really good at doing that as a team and as a whole. So it starts off ice and then it just continues on ice, and we get that win because of it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Back up to you guys.
Thank you for that, Cindy, and thanks, Brienne Powell, for being willing to talk with us post-game. And Tyler, the mentality has been a big topic of discussion. Obviously, having to turn it around quick after a surprising result yesterday. How do you think they managed that and overcame the deficit going down 2-1?
Well, I am going to mention chemistry yet again, but I do have to mention they used not only just one key player, but they used a lot of people. We saw Liv Lavelle. We didn't see too much from her yesterday, so they used a lot more key pieces than they did in yesterday's game. And I think a lot of those shot on goals, it all added up, and they got them what they needed to get, which was a win.
So a lot of series in college hockey, I said this yesterday, they're 2-game series. The men's ACHA team is playing the University of Arizona at Mullet Arena right after this game right now. The ice is being cleaned as we speak, but this is a 3-game series. These two teams will drop the puck tomorrow at 12:30 right back here at Mullet Arena. I guess just set the table for that matchup. They're very familiar with each other at this point in the weekend.
Yeah, they're going back to that drawing board that they had today. They're going to be using Liv Lavelle. They're going to be using Kylie Brown. And, of course, they're going to be using Kylie Label as well. They were well not only offensively but also defensively. And I think their execution. And also they were a lot more physical, I think, in this matchup than they were in yesterday's game. So I just think all these factors really helped them get the win and head into tomorrow.
Well, as we mentioned, 12:30 tomorrow, the puck will drop right back here at Mullet Arena for the rubber match now of this 3-game series. Both teams taking a game apiece. He's Tyler Wargo. I'm Lachlan McTaggart. And for our entire crew at Inferno TV. Molly Graham on camera, as well as Reese Chell, Cindy Craven ice side. Tanner Buck was running graphics, and Pierce Gordon on the 1s and 2s again, making sure our stream is running smoothly. Thank you to all involved. Thank you for all who listened, both on the ASU and Lake Superior side. This is Lachlan McTagg signing off here on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your evening and watching some NFL playoff football, maybe potentially. But whatever you do in the meantime, we'll see you right back here, 12:30 p.m. Arizona time for Game 3 of this series on Inferno TV. Have a good night, everybody.